Hello, guys. Today we are with the fourth session, that is the final event, like final session of a particular event called as Compose Camp. So, in this last session, we're like going to see how to like create a simple UI using Compose. So, we are going to create the UI which have been like displayed to you in the screen. So, this is an online delivery grocery shop UI. It's an apps UI. So, we are going to like create a front page of that particular grocery delivery app UI. So this particular UI like actually consists of like an image, and that particular image is in like cropped to a circular shape, and then we have a text which says like quick delivery at your home, and then we have a slogan which says like online grocery shopping helps you to get grocery at your doorstep. And then finally we have an arrow button, which is nothing but it's an icon button, and that particular button like allows you to like navigate to the next page. So this is the UI of this particular grocery delivering app which we are gonna like create now. So we'll just get into our coding. So first we have to like create our compose project. So in order to like create a compose project, first open your Android Studio, and if you have already like worked with Android Studio, you can just open and it like lead to the recent project which you like worked on with. If not, it's like your first project. Then once you have done with installation, it will show to a page where you have an option like start your first Android project. You can click either to that if you're newer to the Android Studio, or you are an existing user for of this Android Studio. You can just go to the recent project and click on to the file option in the menu bar. And when you like click on to the file option in the menu bar, you could see like enormous options. In that, just click on the first option which says new. So when you like click on the particular new thing, you'll get like many things displayed. Here you have something called as new project. So just click on this particular new project, and yeah, when you like click on this particular new project, enormous templates will be like available to you under the category of phone and tablet. So you have like many things, and for the basic Android Studio projects and all that, we have used this empty activity. So now we're going to create a compose project. For that, we have like two templates available. The first one is the empty compose activity, and the next one is the empty compose activity material t. This particular empty compose activity material 3 is still in progress and not that stable as the empty compose activity. Hence, you're gonna with empty compose activity. So click onto this template called as empty compose activity and press next. So when you like press next, it will like redirect to a page where you have details like the name of your particular application, the package name, save location, language, and minimum SDK. So first you have to like give the name of your particular application. I'm gonna just give it as like my application's 28. And then this particular package is nothing but it is being like used to like uniquely identify your application. So this particular package name plays a very important role when your app has been like fully developed, and when you like want to like put your app in Play Store or anything like that. So in such a situation, this particular package name will plays a major role in that. And this package name consists of the website address, and then followed by the company name, and followed by the application name. So this is how this particular package name will display as. And next we have something called a save location. So this save location says where this particular application will be like saved in our particular device. So that is the work of this particular save location. If you want to change the location where your particular application is saved, you can like change, or else you can just keep it as such and move on. And next we have language. So when we like deal with Compose is fully with Kotlin programming language. So whenever you want to deal with Compose, then you have to mandatory know what this Kotlin programming language is, because we don't have any option here. Like normally we have like two options in Android Studio. You can use like either Java programming language, or you can use Kotlin programming language. But when you like deal with this particular Compose, we have only one option which is mandatory, that you have to use with only Kotlin programming language. And next is our minimum SDK. So this particular minimum SDK is the minimum SDK required in order to like run your app in the other devices. So I have been like choose Android 5.0 Lollipop, because this particular thing is being like able to run on approximately 98% of all the devices. So that's why I have been chosen this particular minimum SDK say as Android 5.0 Lollipop. So Once you're like done with naming your application and to like choosing the name SDK and all that, you can just click on to the finish button. So when you like click on the finish button, it'll like take you like few seconds in order to like import the files, import the compose files. So let's like wait for that, and before that we'll see like what are the things we're gonna like add in our UI element. So as I said before, we're gonna like create a grocery delivering apps front screen UI. So that is what we're gonna like do on with. So in that particular UI, add an image first, which is in a circular shape, and then we had a text, then we had something a slogan like thing, and then we had navigation button. So this is how a particular UI looked on with. So here we want everything to be like displayed one after another, right? So for that only we are gonna like use something called as column here. So column is something which is being like used in order to like display the elements one after another. So that is what we're gonna like use on with. So we'll just see how to like do on with and how to like set up our compose project and all that. So yes, now our project is being like ready. So our like basic project has been like ready, our compose project has been like set up now. Defaultly in whenever you open a compose project, we'll have a text displayed called as Android Studio as a text, which will be like displayed, which has been like written with the card called as greeting in a default manner. So we actually don't need this particular thing, so hence we're gonna like delete them because it's not like required for our UI. So hence we're gonna like delete this entire at compose and at preview and all that. So yes, we're gonna delete them. Since we have been deleted that, we're gonna delete this particular greeting card from our set content also. So delete them also. Yeah. Now we're done with deleting the things which is like not necessary for our UI. So once we have been done with that, now we're gonna like create an another Kotlin file in order to like start with a new thing. So for that, you would see over the left side of your Android Studio, you have like many options like manifest Java and rest and all that. That is, rest means like resources and all that. So inside this particular Java you have something like a package. So we have a package displayed over here. So just right click on a package, press new, and inside the new you will get like several options. In that, just go and press the package. So and I'm gonna like give this particular new package as screen. So type a name which you want to like give to your package and press enter. So now you could see that below the particular package or original package, you could see something like screen has been like developed on with. So now once you have done with like creating this particular new package, say as like screen as I develop, just press on to the like just right click, then you will see the same new, and here you're gonna like select the Kotlin class or file. So click on the Kotlin class or file, and now I'm gonna like create a new Kotlin file. So for that, I'm gonna like name my Kotlin file. So I'm gonna like name a Kotlin file as onboarding. So that is the name which I'm gonna like give for my Kotlin file. And after like giving the name for your Kotlin file, you can just click on to the file option because we're gonna like create a Kotlin file. So hence you're gonna like click onto the file option and press enter. When you like press enter, a new Kotlin file would be like developed, and you could see here you'll have the name of your Kotlin file followed by .kt. So .kt is nothing but it is the extension used for the Kotlin. So Kotlin's extension is .kt. So yeah, so now you can see a page with just the package thing override, and we doesn't have any import or class main activity or anything here. So what you're going to type over here first is type comp and press enter. Comp is like the default function which like gives us the basic at compose function, at the same time like import of that particular at compose function. So that is the work of that. And here you could see that once you have typed comp and pressed enter, and import for the compose has been like given on, and we have also like got at compose annotation with the fun keyword. And here I'm gonna like give the main function name. So I'm gonna like give my main function name as onboarding. So yeah, so I have done doing with that. So now I have given my function name as like onboarding. And now what I'm gonna do is, as I said before, we want our image and the text and the slogan and the arrow to be like displayed one below the other. For that, I'm gonna use something called as column. So this particular column function has been like used in order to like display the things in a column order, that is like in one below other. So I'm gonna use column, and the column should start with capital letter. And you could also see once you have been like typed column, that is like only like call from the column word, you can see like many options occur. So this is how this particular Android Studio like makes you to like type the code faster. So just press enter, and that column syntax everything will come for us. And here I'm gonna like insert something inside this column. So I want like certain things to be like modified in my column. Say as like I want my particular things which is being like displayed under this column condition to be of like of should be like full max size, and I'm gonna like use this padding property over here. I want my things to be like horizontally alignment and should have the vertical arrangement and all that. So hence I'm gonna give all those things inside this column parenthesis. So yes, before that the end like end calibration should have a semicolon with it. So just do that. Yeah, now we can just add a word called as modifier. So this particular modifier will like help you to like modify the thing. So just type the modifier, and like whenever you type mod, the particular thing will come, and when like press enter, it will give a syntax like modifier equal to, and here I'm gonna give modifier again with the capital letter. Yeah. So now we have done we now we have been like created modifier is equal to modifier here. And what I'm going to modify here is I'm going to modify the particular thing to be in to fill like the maximum size. So I'm going to like give dot operator followed by fill max size. So yeah, now I've given it the property called as the max fill size, and now I'm going to use the padding property. So use the word padding. When you like click on, you'll get the padding property over here, and I'm going to give, I want my particular images all to be in a size of 24 dp. So I'm going to give 24.dp. So yes, now have been done by giving the padding property over here. So why does we use this particular padding property is that in order to like fill the particular thing, that like in order to like give the background for that particular thing, in order to like extend them all up. So for all those things only we use this particular padding property. And yeah, so we're done with like using a padding property now, and now we're gonna use this horizontal alignment thing in order to like align our elements in an horizontal way. So yes, we're gonna use horizontal alignment, and I'm gonna give it as alignment central horizontally. Yes. So I have given the horizontal alignment. Now I'm going to give the vertical arrangement because I want everything to be arranged in a vertical manner. So I'm going to give vertical arrangement is equal to arrangement dot space out. One sec. I have been like done with giving the vertical arrangement and the horizontal arrangement. Yes, now we are done with modifying our column. So now we can like insert the elements which we need to be like inserted in a particular UI. So in a UI, we first have the image which has been like cropped in a circular shape. So first we like insert the image. So before like insert the image, we must import this particular image which we have been like downloaded to our Android Studio. So for that, what we have to do is we have something called as resource in our Android following. So we have that thing over the left side of our Android Studio. Just click onto this particular resource and you have something called as drawables. So under drawables only, we are gonna like import the image which we are gonna like pass towards this particular code. So let's see how to like import a particular image to this drawable. So for importing, here over the corner of this particular left corner of this particular Android Studio, you could see something called as resource manager. So click onto this resource manager and you could see an addition symbol over here which says like add resources to the module. So just click to that symbol, And over the last option you have something called as import drawables. Click into that import drawables, and whatever like thing which you want to import, you should like select them up. Here I'm gonna like import an image called as strawberry, so I'm gonna select them up and click OK. So once you have been like selected that particular thing, here you must select the qualifier type. So I'm gonna give it as like density, and I'm gonna give the value as no density here. So once you've been done with like specifying the qualifying type and value, you can like click onto the next option, and you can give the import option. So now you could see that the particular image which we have been like imported would be like displayed under the drawable folder. So you could see that the thing which we have imported was strawberry image, so that's been like now imported to our drawable. So now we can just like insert this particular image in our code. So let's see how to like do that. So yeah, now we're gonna like open a curly braces code, and we're gonna like type a word called as image. And inside the image, we're gonna like once you like type image and press enter, you'll get the general syntax which says like image, inside a bracket you have the painter is equal to and comma content description and all that. In that particular painter is equal to, we are gonna like type painter resource. So that's how we're gonna like take a particular image from the drawable. So just type painter resource, and when you like type this painter resource, when it'll like defaultly like give you like within the a parenthesis you have something called as id is equal to, and over there you're gonna like type r dot drawable. Yeah, after like typing like r dot drawable, now we're gonna like insert our image. For inserting our image, just click on to the dot, and you could see the images which has been like dropped over there and all that. So I'm gonna like insert this strawberry image, so I'm gonna like press enter. So that particular image has been now inserted over here. So now the image has been like inserted. Now we want our image to be in the circular shape, so let's see how to like modify that particular image in a circular shape. So yeah, so we have been like done with the painter thing. We'll see about the content description. So in the content description, I'm gonna say it as this particular strawberry is nothing but it's a logo of our UI. So I'm gonna give the content description as logo. Yeah, we are done with giving the content description also now. So now we are going to use this modifier property in order to like modify our particular image. Modifier is equal to modifier. Yeah, what I'm going to modify is, first I'm going to like modify the size of this particular image. So in order to like modify the size, I'm going to use the word called as size. So I'm going to type this particular thing called as size, and inside that parenthesis of size, I'm gonna give it as 360 degree. So when I'm gonna like give this 360 degree, the particular image will be like curved into like 360 degree. So that's why I use this particular 360 degree here. So we have done by using modifier, and we are with the modifier we have been like given the size, and the size is like given as 360.dp. So we must know like where we have to use this dp and sp. So dp are being like used in the place where you wanna like change the like width and height, or you want to change the weight, font weight, or anything like that. In those conditions you use something called as dp. So especially this dp is being like used for changing the width and height. So that is the work of this particular dp. And this sp is being like used for like specifying a certain like size. So for example, we use this sp for font size. So you want a specific font size, in for those conditions only we use sp, and we use dp for height and width, and we use this sp for font size and all that. So yeah, so we have been like done with like assuming like actually like giving our size as 360.dp, and now we'll give it as, now we want like image to be in a circular shape. So for that we're gonna give use this dot operator followed by the word called as clip, and inside the braces we are gonna like give circle. Yeah, one second, let me bring them totally down. Yeah, I'm gonna use a word called as clip, and inside clip I'm gonna give it as circle shape. I give it as the circle shape because I want my particular image to be in a circular shape. So I'm going to give it as circle shape. And yes, now we're done with the modifier. So inside the modifier, we gave the size and we also gave the circle shape. And now I'm going to use something called as content scale. So this particular content scale is being like used in order to like crop that particular image. For that only we use something called as content scale. So use this content scale word followed by the content scale which starts with the capital letter. And as we're gonna like crop a particular image into a circular shape, and hence we use something called as crop over here. So we have been like done with like editing our image. So first we did is what we inserted a column, and inside that column we modified the certain things in the column, and then we inserted an image inside that, and we modify the image. So let's like run and see this particular thing. So in order to like show the preview of what we have done, we must use an annotation called as at preview. So and this particular at preview should be like given on top of the at compose annotation. So just type at preview on top of like at compose annotation, and inside the parenthesis you must give show system UI is equal to 2 and show background is equal to 2. So when you give them 2, this particular things will be like displayed as we prefer. So that's why we're going to use show system UI is equal to 2 and then followed by show background is equal to 2. Yeah. Now we have done with like giving our preview thing. So let's go to the design option over here and let's run and see our code. So let's wait for it to build. Yeah, it's been like getting ready here. Just a second. Just take some time, it seems. Sometimes it actually like takes times in order to like import the things which we have been like given over here. Let's just give this refresh option over here. So wait and see for that. Yeah, now our particular image has been like imported. We could see like this is how our particular thing can be like previewed. So give the particular preview annotation and then go to the design option and like press on to the refresh option, and then you will get the particular thing over here. So we have been like inserted image and it's been like cropped in a good manner. So everything is now done with image. So next is what we have to like insert is the text. So let's see like how to insert this particular text. So like press enter, and now we're gonna like insert a text. So text, you're gonna use a word called as text in order to like insert a text. So yeah, so text is equal to, here inside this double quotes we're gonna like give whatever things which we need to like display. So after the image I want to like display something saying as quick delivery at your home. So I'm gonna type that. I'm gonna type quick delivery at your home. So I have done with typing my text over here, and I want to like modify this particular text, right? So I want it to like be little bolder as like compared to the previous test. Like, wait, we'll just see what our thing actually looks like. So see this particular image, like this particular UI consists of an image. We're done with that, and we are now gonna see about our text, and this particular text is little more bolder, right? So we have to like use that particular border option, and it's also like italic. So we want to like incorporate those things in our modifier. So let's go and do that. So we are done with typing our text, and now we're gonna like first like give the font weight. So we're gonna use something called as font weight in order to like give the width of the particular text. So use font weight and use font weight is equal to, yeah, font weight is equal to, I'm going to give the font weight as extra bold because the particular text was more bolder. So I'm going to give something called as extra bold. Yeah. Now I've done with giving the like the font weight. And now we are going to give the font size. Okay, so yeah, for font size you must use something called as font size, and followed by the font size thing again. No, like whenever you use like the font weight and font style only, you want to use the again with the font weight dot whatever. It's for whenever like dealing with this font size, you just have to like give this size, that's is enough, and it will like take up with that. So I'm going to give the font size as something like 26 point sp. As I said before, whenever you want to like give the font size, you must give it as sp. Yes. So we have given the font size now, and then what we're gonna like change over here is we want to change the style of our pick like the text. So for that we're gonna something use like font style. So yeah, and we're gonna like use font style again, and I want my particular image to be italic, and hence I'm gonna use something called as italic over here. Dot italic. Yeah, dot italic. So now have been like included the font style, font size, font weight, and text to the particular UI. So let's go and check whether it's been like given properly or not. So we'll just go to this design option. Let's refresh. Yeah, now we got our image over here. So don't worry, once you have been like added your the next slogans and all the arrow buttons and all that, this particular quick delivery at your home text will go up. So that will happen. So yeah, so we have done with inserting an image, cropping them, and then we are done with like inserting the text, modifying them, that is like styling them. And now what we're going to do is we're going to like insert a slogan. So the same thing, we're going to use something called as text over here, followed by we're going to give the slogan, that is a text which we want to be displayed. So our text says like online grocery shopping helps you to like get grocery at your doorstep. So that's the text which we are gonna like display over there. So let's type that: online grocery shopping helps you to get grocery at your doorstep. Now we have typed our now we have typed our text. So let's modify as we like typed our text before. So I'm gonna like make my text look more stylish. So I'm gonna use first font weight for that. So font weight, and I'm gonna give this particular thing. So let me press this to the next line. So yeah, font weight is equal to font weight, and I'm gonna give the weight of this particular thing as extra bold, since I want my image to be like my text to be like extra bold, and hence I'm gonna use this extra bold. And then I'm gonna give the size of this particular font as font size, and here I'm gonna give the size of this particular thing as little lesser than that of the first thing. So let me give it as like 28 over here for the first text, and let me like give here as 24. So that will be like differentiated from each other. So 24 that sp, as I said before, whenever you are gonna like specify a font size, it should be given with sp. And yes, and next we are gonna like change the color of a text. So you would have, if you like observed the UI, you would have seen the first text will be in black color and the next text will be in violet color. So for changing this particular color, we're going to use something called as material theme. So whenever I use this particular material theme, everything will be like done previous. So otherwise, when I use something called as color equal to, you must manually like incorporate everything. So it is like better to like go with material theme. So we're going to use the keyword called as color. Yeah, color equal to material theme, dot colors. Just a second. Material theme dot colors dot primary. So this is how we're gonna like give the color for our particular text. And yes, so we are done with giving the color for a particular text. So yeah, this curly brace is actually like not needed over here. Yeah, we have given the color for this particular text, and now we're going to use the modify property, not to like modify our particular text, since we are going to like use the padding property over there. So we're going to use modifier is equal to modifier dot padding. Within the curly braces, we are going to give something called as horizontal. So we need our particular thing to be like horizontal, and we're going to like use a padding thing of 6 point dp. 6 point dp, yeah, 6 point dp, 6 dot dp. So yeah, we have been like done with giving the text, that is the slogan text, to our UI. So let's go to the design. Let's refresh and view it. Yeah, now our image is being like displayed over here. And if you want to like make this particular image also italic, you can go and do it. I prefer like it will be like more attractive if you use italic to that. So hence I'm gonna like add the font style also to it. I'm gonna give the font style as font style italic. Yeah, so now let's go to our design, refresh them, and look at them. Yeah, now it looks better. So now we have been like done with like inserting the image, and then we have been like done with the inserting a text, and then we have been done with inserting the slogan. So now we'll see like how to like insert a like icon box, icon button. So we want an icon button, say as the arrow button, in order to like navigate to the next page, right? So we'll see like how to like insert that particular thing. So for that, we're going to use something called as icon button. And yeah, and we're going to use the same like a font weight and all that inside this particular icon button. Like if you want, you can like choose that also. If not, when you're like inserting a text, then you can like use this font weight, and you can like insert a text inside them and all that. I'm gonna like just give a particular button which is in a round shape and which contains an arrowhead in it, and that's all. So that's what I'm gonna do with my icon button, and hence I'm not gonna use this particular font weight and all that with that. So yes, so we have been used the icon button now, and we're going to use this particular thing called as modifier in order to like make this particular icon to be in a circular shape. So let's use this modifier, and followed by we're going to use clip, since we're going to like crop a particular image, crop a particular button in a circular shape. So circle shape. So yeah, and we're also like gonna give a theme for it. So that's the background color for it, and hence we're gonna use something called as background. So give dot followed by the background word, and then inside the background word we're gonna use this material theme dot colors dot on primary in order to like make this particular button to have certain color inside the particular circular shape in it. So yeah, we have been like given this background, and inside that I'm going to use this material theme Let me give this in the, yeah, material theme followed by dot colors dot primary. So yeah, so I've given the background for this particular icon. So yeah, now we'll give the icon here. So icon in the brackets, it's gonna be, once a second, let's import this icon, and I'm going to delete this painter thing over here completely, and I'm going to insert something called as icons dot default dot arrowhead, because I want my particular icon button to be in a, should contain an arrow button. So hence I'm going to give this icons dot default dot arrow forward over here, so that my particular button will contain an arrowhead in it. So I want my arrowhead to be in a forward direction, and hence I've given a forward arrow forward, or else if you want it to be in a backward direction, then you can use that particular thing. So I have given the particular forward thing over here, and I'm going to give the content description as next, because the function of this particular arrowhead is to like navigate to the next page. So hence I'm going to give this as next over here. So I also want to like we have been like use this material theme over there, and we want to like incorporate the tint over here also, so that a particular button will have a background in it. So hence I'm going to use something called as tint equal to material dot theme dot colors dot on primary over here. So yeah, so we have done with like inserting our button. So hence we'll go and check it out in the design. So press design, click it on the refresh button, and let's wait for the for a review. So yeah, now our you've been like developed. So this was the UI which we actually like gotten with. So this was what we actually like tried to like develop with it, and we are now successfully developed it by using the compose. As I said before, we use something called as column in order to like make up particular things to be displayed one after the another, and we saw how to like insert an image, how to like crop them, how to like modify, how to use the styling property in them, and then we used how we saw like how to like insert a text, how to add styling property to that particular text, and then we also saw about how to like insert an icon button and how to like style the particular icon button. So yeah, now we actually like created our UI. So this is all with today's session. I hope this was like informative for you, and thank you for like participating in this particular event of Compose Camp. And we are with our end session of our Compose Camp, and thank you all for like supporting. Thank you.